Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba. Okay, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, folks and folks and folks and folks. So many folks! I don't know how I can count all of these folks. I don't know how we can even hold all these folks. As I adjust my chair slightly so I'm more physically angled towards the microphone, so these folks can hear my folksin' about. Welcome to A Very English Hyperlight Drifter. I'm Jake English. This is the start of a new recording session for little old me. And we're going to go through this door. I do not remember exactly, but I believe we left off last time about to go through that door. It's a secret key door. And on the... Ooh, monolith. Oh, I love monoliths. Let's see what this one says. Absolutely nothing. It's gibberish. But it is gibberish that unlocks a thing. Eventually, presumably. And there's money down there, which I cannot get to at this time. But perhaps there's a way to get to that money. I have since learned, since our last meeting together, as I prepare for the point in this game where inevitably I'm going to have to start backtracking and such. Oh goodness, I have not played this game in a while. I've been playing, okay, of all things, because, alright, let me finish. I've since learned, since our last time together, that there's little money things that I've basically just been calling them money before, are actually called gear bits, which is a charming little name. I found my way around. How lovely. I didn't find this in my other playthrough. They're called gear bits, which is charming, and I guess it makes sense. They sort of look like bits of a gear. Metal gear. Actually, you know, there might have been something past that river. But yes, so those are called gear bits, and the other thing that I started saying before I remembered that I was distracting myself from the thing that I was saying before I started saying the thing that I distracted myself with, I don't actually know if that was a sentence that made sense in English, much against my name and heritage. But I digress, which isn't really surprising, considering it's kind of my nom de something. What's that French? Dirk, put up the French. Don't say the, whatever. You're gonna do it whether I ask you to not say the embarrassing thing that you always say. When I ask you to not say embarrassing things, you always put something embarrassing on the screen. It's just a thing you do. I have to get used to it, and I still love you. But yeah, put up nom de plume, nom de vive, something like that. Some French thing. I'm not Jake Frenchlish. I've made that joke before. But the thing that I was going to say, Jiminy criminy crambles, was that before this, in my spare time, obviously I play a lot of games in addition to all the movies that I watch, just to chill out, because that's what I do. It's my passion, in addition to comedy and that sort of thing. What I was watching, playing rather, before all this, was Stardew Valley for a while, but I sort of got to the point where I ran out of things that I enjoyed doing in Stardew Valley. It's a great game. For those of you who don't know it, it's a farming simulator that fucking exploded on Steam when it got released. Yeah, it's just a little game made by one person over the course of 3 years, much like Undertale, and I think much like the humble beginnings of this game before it got a full development team. But it's a gentle, fun little farming sim. And it got hugely popular, and I decided to try it out for myself, and as many people have, I became obsessed and addicted, etc., etc. And we're about to meet the enemies of this area for the first time, I believe. But yes, I was playing it for a while, and I really enjoyed, as surprising as it may... Oh, fuck you, Lion. I already said that you look like a green version of the Steven Universe one, but... God damn it, you're way more annoying, whereas... I forgot I have guns! I have guns! That will make this a lot easier. Okay. Fuck you! Alright, cool. But yeah, I was playing it for a while. Weirdly enough, as much as it is, counterintuitive to my fucking personality, ooh, now how am I gonna get there? Yes, I did it. I really enjoyed the maths part of it, where you could, like... I mean, yes, I enjoyed just playing the game as it came to me and just sort of improvising and having fun day by day. That was really enjoyable for me. But I also enjoyed being able to, like, math out, okay, I can afford this many crops for this season, and get this much money from it, etc. It was kind of relaxing for me in a weird way. But I got to the point where I was just making way more money than I could possibly spend. I had already made the amount of money that I needed in order to get, like, whatever the arbitrary point system is at the end of the game. I haven't actually gotten to the end of the game, quote unquote, yet. And I won't, of course, spoil that for anyone who hasn't gotten there or hasn't played it. But the point being, I sort of ran out of things to do, so I've been playing. There was recently a huge sale for all of the digital versions of the Final Fantasy 13 series, which, of course, yes, people hated the Final Fantasy 13 series for reasons that I don't really give a shit to explore or look into, because I actually think that's kind of fun. It's not the kind of RPG that I usually play. I usually prefer the more, the RPGs that are not based in active time battles, which again, is basically every Final Fantasy game known to mankind for the past, a decade and a half. I'm about to die. I need my drugs. But yeah, most Final Fantasy games have that active time battle thingy, which I usually find stressful and kind of, no, that's how you progress. And it's also the dungeon that I hate the most in this area, which we'll get to later. But yeah, Final Fantasy games, they have that active time battle thing. It's stressful, it pushes you to, oh, there's a pointless area, but it's kind of cool, to divert from the Final Fantasy 13. This is a little, you can't use his sword in this area, but it's just a little home, and that guy, he lived in here, he had a simple life. He collected health pickups, I guess, and grains and things and books, and then he was encased in crystal. Whatever could that crystal be? Whatever could that crystal mean? We will find out. We will explore this world. And that's it. So now back to my diatribe on Final Fantasy 13. But yeah, so, world building is nice. But yeah, active time battles, I don't really like them. Many people do, I think. Many people, that's what drew them to the Final Fantasy series in the first place. Hell. Just because it makes it more actiony, it makes it more adventure-y and exciting, etc., etc. For me, I like RPG games that are more thoughtful, typically, but that's just my taste. I think going back here is actually proper progress, so we'll go through this shitty-ass dungeon first. But yeah, I didn't go into it expecting that I would like it. I went into it because there's a fanfic writer that I really like, whose name I think on AO3 is Minor Thirds, and they wrote a really, really cool fanfic for, what is it? For, oh god, the ship is a poly ship for, oh god, I'm coughing blood again. That's happening really frequently, and it's very concerning for me. Is there a reason that this is, nope, just to fuck with you, that's cool. A person that I respect and like on Twitter, recommended the Final Fantasy 13 series, the trio of games there. And, of course, it's someone whose taste I respect. I thought, it's cheap, it's fun, it's something to sink my spare time into, I might as well try it out. Even though, on the surface, oh, hello there, friends! Friends, compatriots, buddies! Buddy, rockin' everywhere! Rockin' everywhere! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Okay. Woohoo! Anyways, I played the Final Fantasy 13 games and I really like them, so that's sort of, I mean, of course, yes. This is going off from my panic for a moment. I assumed going into it that, yeah, active time battle things, it wouldn't really be, oh, fuck you, don't hide by the health pickup, you little shit. I know that technically you are supposed to be trying to kill me for whatever random reason, but don't actually have good strategies, that's offensive to me. Yes. I expected it, going into it, to not like it and to be sort of panicked and have it be too busy for my day-to-day life. And once you actively understand the series, like 4 hours in, it's actually not that difficult at all. Really, it's actually quite simple, to be perfectly honest, to deal with. It's not stressful because there's such a limited amount of things you can even do. In a weird way, it limits your strategy. Like, you're gonna break at it. Oh yes, these are the enemy subclass for this part of the forest. It's samurai, basically. Insert reference to history of missed. Obligatory reference to history of Japan here. But yes, there are more types of enemies than just these guys, but god damn it, aren't they a real pain in my cockles. And my cock to deal with. But going back, before I finish up this episode, to finish up my my little statement on Final Fantasy games, which I like and which have been more relaxing than I thought of, so I'm not used to this game, and the speed in which you play it, which was my original point. But, to veer off from that, I went into active time battles assuming that, yes, they would be more stressful, more time-consuming, more unpleasant in general, just for someone who likes more thoughtful, strategical RPGs and that sort of thing, like Bravely Default and some of the older ones. Why did you go up? I'm not even over there yet. Weirdness. But yeah, it's actually a lot more relaxing. Oh Christ, a lot more relaxing than like this, because there's a limited amount of options you can take in the game and in the battles. Balls. Oh yes, these people can dodge attacks randomly sometimes, which is annoying. A lot fewer things to do, which lowers your stress on how much time you should be spending with each thing. Oh Christ, oh, I don't want to die. I do not want to die to these lines. Okay, alright. Active time battles, they're relaxing. This is not. Next time on A Very English Hyperlight Drifter, you will see more things that are not relaxing at all. And until then, I'm gonna heal, and I'm Jake English, and I'll see you then, and I love you so much. Ciao! Oh, I finally have tea again. Gonna sip it and hopefully relax my voice.